Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy, the Strongest Wizard, and tonight is indeed Fight Night, and we have another OPO6 match here for you guys. We got my boy Mash Q on the left-hand side rocking out that Zoro, as well as Kyle on the right, of course, with that Katakuri. Now, Mash Q starting us off here with the 1-cost Buggy, searching top 5 for an event card, grabbing the 1-cost Radical Beam and passing the turn. Now, Kyle's going to drop his own Searcher for himself, dropping that Pudding, grabbing the Parrot, followed by a second Pudding to grab that 7-cost Big Mom. Pretty insane turn 1, if I do say myself. It's for Katakuri seeing 2 searchers in turn 1 is absolutely insane. But guys, I have to give a huge shout out to today's sponsor, which is DXN Outpost DXN Provisions, the only place where I get all my steel product. And guys, I have a huge announcement to make for the channel as well as for DXN. They currently have OPOH boxes and cases. Hopefully it's not too late by the time you're listening to this or watching this. Pre-orders are now live. Grab your boxes, grab your cases before it's too late. Getting back to this match here, we do see Kyle swinging 3K into that Buggy. Now, of course, Buggy is a bit of a pesky character, of course, against any decks. But currently right now, there's so many characters with Slash, but Yellow has like almost no characters with Slash other than like Cracker and a couple other characters. And we saw the 5K swing connecting, actually dropping down to 4, and now we see the 3-cost Parrot coming down. Now with Mash Q with his 5 active Dawn, I most likely and imagine we just kind of go face here. There are a couple options. Possibly if he has a Zoro, he can swing 7 at like 6-7 if he really wanted to, you know, really interesting play here. A lot of different options that he does have, you know, possibilities for. Now, the only issue is that we know that he has 1 dead card in his hand, which is that 0 cost. So we are going to see the Marco coming down, swinging 5K into life. He counters out of it with trashing the Brule, and now we see possibly a 5K swing into the Nami. Yes, 5K swing into the Nami, 8K into life. This is, of course, huge right here. He's gonna go ahead and take it, and then he's gonna drop the Sanji. Now, I definitely think that Kyle did a good move getting rid of that Nami. You have to get rid of the little characters when you're going up against Zoro. Those little characters are super they come in clutch, man. Those characters come in clutch. Those characters end up becoming big bodies during the late game, and you really don't want to face an army full of little guys, because a lot of little attacks equals death essentially. So we do see that Nami again, once again grabbing himself a Radical Beam. That's 2 beams in hand right now, so the defense is extremely high, as well as having like 2 dead cards in your hand, you know what I'm saying? So you don't really like to see that, but we are going to see a 7K swing going into life or going face all day. We're going to go ahead and triggered the Satori, pitching the Amaru, and now with 5 active Dawn, my man Mash Q does have a couple of options here. We could swing 7K with the Zoro, and then swing 7K with the possibly a 3-cost Zoro if he has it in his hand. I mean, there's quite a few rushers in this deck. There's the unblockable Luffy as well as the Zoro, Sanji possibly, but we are going to see a 6K swing going into life. And do we see a character? Yes, we see the 5-cost Luffy. He's going to go ahead and attack for 7. Was going to block, but decided to change his mind. We're going to pitch the 0-cost event card as well as the Big Mom to counter out of that with a 3K counter. We swing 5K into life, we swing 5K into life, and then we swing 7K into life. The 7 is the only one that connects here. We possibly see a trigger, no, and now we see the 7-cost Big Mom. Now this is pretty huge. Mash Q is only at 2 life to Kyle's 2, and now dropping down to 1, choosing to pitch his own life. I feel like we're kind of have to go for game this turn. Reject is a thing, 10-cost Big Mom is a thing. A lot of cards in this deck here that are a thing, and we don't really have that much time. What a bit worries me here is actually the Sanji as well, being able to kind of free block anything that isn't unblockable is pretty scary. Possibly that Marco, for example. That Marco will never be able to get unblockable because it's not a Straw Hat, and he doesn't have unblockable. So pretty easy block here if you're going to go ahead and swing with that Marco. So we're going to attach 1 Dawn to Zoro, so now giving the whole board plus 1K. We see the 1-cost Machina come into the board. Now that Nami is a 6K Nami currently. That's pretty big, man. That's pretty big for a 1-cost character. And that, of course, is the power of Zoro, something we haven't seen for a very long time. So now we see a 7k swing going into life, and it looks like Kyle is going to go ahead and take it. Very interesting here by Kyle. He only has 3 cards in hand, which is really, really low. It looks like there was a bit of a confusion here with the Dawn. Mash Q accidentally set one of those Dawns as rested, but it should have been active to begin with. He only spent 1 Dawn that turn, so far at least. So nothing to worry about here. We are going to swing 7k into life. Now this is 2 cards out of Kyle's hand. Does he have the counter, or is he currently bluffing here? I think he has to have it. Only real reason why I think he took the 7k swing off that Nami. I don't feel like you probably would do that anyways. So we probably will see the 7k counter. Maybe he has another 0 cost event card in his hand. So yes, he does actually pitching the Gadatsu, and now he only has 1 card in his hand, and that's essentially pretty much nothing here. Now he does have still 2 attacks, so as long as you do the math right and you don't get punished by anything, it should be easy. But you forgot about the Sanji, and Mash Q didn't, because he has the Diablo Jambe here, dropping down to 0 life, and we see unblockable swing, and Mash Q takes it. Thank you guys so much for checking out this channel, this video. I really do appreciate it, and stay tuned because I have a ton of new OPO6 content coming out soon. See ya!